Okay, Roachy, I'll tell you what. Toe-to-toe, me and you. I'll disprove everything you say about me. Because I don't fucking lie, bitch. And you're in a cunt. Okay? Roachy, be careful when you come over to America. Just remember you're a guest here. Remember that.
I got other problems, you know. I got other fucking problems, you know. I don't get rid of this fucking nasty stuff inside my system because I can't even get an erection anymore.
Biggest bull bar, bam, something bad can happen. Tread very lightly. I'm just telling you, accidents happen every day in life, especially in America. And I don't know every move you make when you're in Vegas. I make sure of that already. I got people already on the eyes on you, motherfucker.
Now, this fucking medicine has got me impotent and fucking locked up, man.
You ain't gonna do nothing now, man. You ain't do nothing, man. Roachy, come to America. Change your tune, bitch. Make sure everybody, when you see that fucking motherfucker, spit in his fucking face. Spit like somebody's foreign country when we go over to their country and they fucking poo on us. Do that to him. Show him he's a fucking bitch. Okay? That's what you need to do. Show him that he's a little bitch boy. Roachy, I wrote you. Yeah. I'm not doing this.
You know, I gotta lose a thumb. I'm using my thumb a lot, and you know, it's fucking, it's just, you know, it's gotta end. You know what I'm saying?
These are the people that are trying to take me down. The real Roachy.
Right now, 2 men are coming over here to put
Good point, Roachy. Good point, Roachy.
Change your tune,
That's
bitch.
not a thing you should ever fucking say in your life.
Roachy,
anyway.
I don't know why you think you're so fucking relevant about anything. Shut the fuck up, Roachy. Playing no more games with none of these motherfuckers. Roachy's the biggest clown of the fucking Dabbleverse. Go tell some more lies on your fucking lame ass fucking show. Fuck you. You're just a fucking bitch. You ain't shit.
This sucks. This is going to be a debacle. I don't have any friends. Hey, Reels.
LOL, I didn't have volume on and was trying to figure out what was wrong with your lips. There was a lot wrong with my lips just a second ago. The Dabbleverse is leaving me behind. Well, Balmert, you know what? You better come on.
What's up, Bacon Bits?
Yo, what up, Bacon?
Dude, you might have to edit this out. Oh my god.
Are you fucking crying? Oh my god.
I can't believe you did that, man.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We did not expect that to happen.
I didn't expect that either. Wow.
Oh,
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, of course. Welcome to the family, bro.
Oh my
you
god.
fucking homo.
Keep all the John fans out. We got to keep all the haters out, if you will.
Keep the haters out. Good
Haterade.
All them Vince stock accounts.
Yes. Oh, there's so many Vinces out there. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere.
I'm pretty sure Roachy's just Vince with a mask on.
My God. Tell me about it, brother. Say it.
Greetings, salutations, Droogs. I'm just going to hope that you can hear me. The mic I ordered doesn't work properly. Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin.
Imagine starting a show like that. One, asking whether your microphone is working. I assume mine is. But yeah. Welcome, one and all. Hit the like button, all that monkey bollocks. Let's get right into it, right? Okay, so some bright mind, I believe the guy's name is Luigi Greenberg, right? Come up with this idea to make a Dabble dashboard, right? Where anybody can go to this website and see who is live in the Dabbleverse. Now, forget that you can hit subscribe and turn on your notifications via your YouTube app on your phone or your tablet or on your browser, right? Forget all of that. Go to Luigi Greenberg's website, right? Also, I believe he's doing this competing monetization thing called Dabble Tips. Yeah, Luigi Greenberg really needs to sort out. Anyway, and we have some new comers into the Dabbleverse. There's a fella called Bacon Tips Bits. I don't know. You've got Beef Drippings, shit like that. All Shuley fans, by the way. And some geezer called Cat Diggler or Diggler. I don't know. It's weird. So what I'm about to present to you right now is this person being aware that everybody's now watching him. All right. So this is his show whilst he knows eyeballs are on him, right?
Rowan County. There.
Is it uncomfortable if I bring up? I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just going to say this out loud. I'm really not being facetious. Why would Vulture ask? Is it uncomfortable if I bring up helicopters?
Now, why would it be uncomfortable for? Oh yeah, let me set this up. The guy on the far right of the screen, I believe, is Cat Diggler. You know, the guy with the weird side shaved barnet. And the other guy closest to me is Beef Tips, I believe. Anyway,
Do you want to comment on that? I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, cool. I don't know if like somebody you knew had been.
So just to make this clear, right? I was a co-host, I suppose you would call, yeah, with Ickle Pineapple, yeah. And not once would you have seen Ickle say on any of these thousands of hours of live streaming with myself, oh, do you mind if I read this? Would this be offensive? This is weird. There's a new what's the right word? Element of people entering the Dabbleverse that seem to, what's the right word? Not offend people. Yeah, I don't want to offend people, which I find very odd because this is the Dabbleverse and this is all about offending people. Hence the reason why we've got the Crypt Keeper calling me a grease-faced whatever the fuck. You know, all hell Lars, by the way. Anyway, back to the fucking Cat Diddler.
By a helicopter at one point. Like I don't know. Okay, not recently.
I don't
okay,
fucking know.
Fair. The statute of being sad on that cuts off at like 10 years, I think.
Helicopter.
So, if you were paying attention, the Cat Diggler just said that if you are unfortunate enough to know somebody that died in a helicopter crash, apparently 10 years is the cutoff point. After 10 years, you can make jokes about it. Okay, fair enough.
Did I know somebody on the?
Oh, okay. You know what it is?
What?
It's yeah. See, this is illustrating the fact, which they're going to laugh about. I'm sure that we don't know fucking anything about the extended dribble verse that's going.
Straight away, this is the reason why I've clipped this. Remember when Chad tried to call it the shit verse in regards to the hack verse, and everybody jumped on it and went, "Oh yeah, let's call it the shit verse." Not one fucking person did that. Only MLC fans, I assume, said it unironically or ironically, to try and help Chad along. The likes of Chow, Mir, Stealth Chaos, who you saw earlier, which we'll get to later.
Right now, it's the whole like last.
And maybe I lost my train of thought, but let's not call this the dribble verse. Like this motherfucker's been here for 2 seconds. Maybe I'm like, guilty by actually, giving him more viewers. I don't know. Fuck it.
Paid for a helicopter ride or some shit.
Oh yeah,
that's what he's talking about. No helicopter killed anybody. It's all we're all fine. We're fine here, guys. We're fine.
Yeah, no, we can talk about helicopters all day long.
I know, Beef. Tell me what are okay. So, Beef, you know everything about the Dabbleverse. What are your thoughts on Stealth Chaos?
Right now, this while I was watching this live, piqued my interest because I went, okay, Stealth Chaos. Credit to him, seems to have been speed running, like being a cow, if you will, in the Dabbleverse. Right. So surely, at some point, Stealth Chaos must have gotten onto the radar of the Shuli fans, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case.
I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about anything, dude. Like, I watch a couple of shows. I don't watch Echo Pineapple. I'm not saying.
I feel like everyone's so fucking insane that I feel dumb sometimes. But just like help me walk through this. Will you walk through this with me?
Right. So what I love about this, just to set it up, Cat Diggler is actually trying to do a productive stream, if you will, do a back and forth. And his breakdown isn't necessarily too bad. However, with his breakdown, I think he's missing the whole fucking point. And I'll let him explain what he means, and then therefore I will digress it, break it down. I don't know. I'm just mumbling at this point, right?
Absolutely.
The Dabbleverse at its core ostensibly is making fun of John Melendez, yeah?
Yeah.
So when I jumped in, I was interested in the making fun of John Melendez, yeah?
Yes.
And that's what the Dabbleverse is? So anything beyond anything immediately...
So you heard it there from Cat Diggler's mouth himself, right? He's only interested in goofing on Stuttering John. Which is fine, I suppose, but once you've got WATP, the Shooty Network, fuck me, even fucking Brennan does it at times, Chad Zumuk, Cardiff Electric, El Horrible, that's just 6 live streamers in the Dabbleverse that will comment and make fun of John. Why would we need a 7th, 8th, 9th, or fucking 10th person doing the same thing?
Pertaining to Stuttering John is kind of hard to give a shit about unless it like strikes you in some, like there are a few people that I watch on here that I like now to fill the void, but the Dabbleverse is Stuttering John. The Dabbleverse isn't all these fucking like me, and it's not you, and it's like not the like
right. See, the thing is, when people come into like a little sphere or corner of the internet and they haven't been around for long, I'm a little bit autistic in this regard. I think it's extremely rude of them to not understand the law / history, right? So therefore, if Cat Diggler doesn't know, I generally don't know whether he does or not, if he's not aware that Stuttering John was almost put on a pedestal, but couldn't then, he couldn't get out of his own way, right? He was going to do a gig at Comedy at Carson with Cardiff Electric and Billy Paul, you know, and the Dabblers would have lifted John up and it would have been a great thing. It would have been all over and moved on. John couldn't get out of his own way. So then Dabbleverse kind of pivoted. A lot of people then left because they went, well, fuck this. Yeah. And then once it pivoted, it went, oh, let's have a look at people that think that they're part of the Dabbleverse. Your Joey C's, your Bob Levy's, your Ray DeVito, your Chad Zumuk, shit like that. That's how I perceive things went. That being said, because a lot of people cover Chad Zumuk, for example, not a lot of people cover Bob, but obviously you hear Brennan mention him all the fucking time. Other people like myself, who just kind of fell into this shit, have decided, fuck it. Instead of punching upwards, let's punch sideways and downwards. So here we are. Anyway, I'll let him continue his little spill.
beef. Like we're just weird little fucking shits, dude. Yeah. I think that's my opinion. That's what I think we are. This is not the Dabbleverse. This is just fucking. We're a bunch of fucking ticks. I think. That's all.
Yeah, like I've said a million times that over on Beef Tips, we're not in the John business.
Pay attention to that. Over at the Beef Tips show, the Shuley fan supported live stream, they're not about Stuttering John. Right? Bear that in mind to what this guy says next.
We're just here to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember the last time we've done a John show. But I'm also a pothead.
That's the things I would say. Well, why are all these people on the Dabble dashboard? I have a really...
Right, okay, so again, this is why I kept this in. Cat Diggler himself, I believe it's Diggler, right? Or Diddler, I don't know. He explains why he's on the dashboard. And this is why Luigi Greenberg may need to be gatekeeped out of this Dabbleverse. Now, yes, I know I'm saying Luigi, not Flimsy. There's a reason for that.
Succinct, really fucking honest answer for you guys. Because I fucking emailed Flimsy Greenberg and I said, hey man, check out my show. What do you think? And a week later, he put it on there. The end. That's all it was. I guess if the Dabbleverse is going to be this loose fucking thing where everybody's going to say that they're a Dabbleverse kind of member or whatever, right? And not just a fan or a hanger-on, then I guess it's okay to fucking, this isn't a two-way street here. It's not a two-way street. So I guess I can be on the Dabble dashboard if we're not actually dabbling anymore, right?
Interesting perspective. May I just say, bear in mind, that clip that I've got there, this Cat Diggler guy is aware that he's being watched, right? So that's his show, yeah? So he's being quite thoughtful and actually doing something that's quite interesting, I suppose, right? Bear that in mind. In a second, unfortunately, he talks about me. There's a lot of this shit at the moment, but yeah, I'll let him continue.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Thank you.
Dabbling's
Thanks.
over because John's...
Yeah, it's over.
John's going to come back.
Sorry. Right.
Wait, sorry. You don't do a John show, but you're convinced that John's coming back? Typical Shuley fan, right? Anyway, I digress.
It's done. I mean, I hope he comes back. But like, as of right now, this is the fucking dribble verse, dude.
I'm just having fun. I've met a lot of really fucking cool people that I like to hang out with,
dude.
Over online. You know,
I love color.
Can I just say this, like, and for real, being sincere, I met some nice people in Vegas. Would I want to associate with them every day? Probably not. Would they want to associate with me every day? Fuck no. But nevertheless, you know, I met some nice people. Yeah, you're a Shuley fan. I'm sure you saved one of their dogs from a fucking burning building. Anyway.
You guys, man.
I love coloring with all of you.
Fucking coloring with you guys is the best, okay? Yeah.
Except Roachy. Roachy sucks.
Roachy, well, the problem with Roachy is, like, he only ever wants to use the black crayon. Sometimes you gotta use a couple different colors. Like, you can do some cool shading. You can do some chiaroscuro shit, right? Yeah. You gotta use some different colors every now and then.
Now, if we're going to talk about, what's the right word, analogies or analyzing, like trying to compare shit, what I am in the Dabbleverse is quite apropos to why I'm called a roach. Yeah? Ask Joey C what he thinks of me. Yeah? I'm an autistic fuck. If something, like, gets in my head, it won't stop. Yeah? Talking about colouring and shade, or Roachy only uses a black pen, yeah, or black crayon or whatever. How about this, motherfucker? Everything should be black, including your merchandise. CardiffElectric.com. Anyway, if I press the right button, I'll be able to present the video, right?
Some burnt sienna.
Brian Land Test Stream. I'm the gatekeeper now.
Do you know my real name?
Can I guess?
Right, so to give you context, this is 2 weeks ago, before Cat Diggler is aware that people are watching him. And as you hear, the two same people, they're talking about guessing each other's real names. This is a Dabbleverse live stream, right? This is content. Yeah? Again, to preface, anything I do, I think is not worth fucking watching. I generally do. Yeah, and I appreciate people that watch it, but honestly, there's better things. Go find something else to watch. But this is his content when he's not being watched.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I guess it right, will you say it?
Yeah, no, I've already been doxxed, so yeah, you can go right ahead.
All right, let's. I'm gonna just pull you up here. What up, handsome? Let's get rid of Muslim. Let's get rid of that. There we go. I think your real name.
Yeah.
You are Brandon. Are
No.
you Brandon?
No, actually, no. It's funny. My cousin's name is Brandon. He actually looks a lot like me. So
fair.
No, my name is not Brandon.
Are you?
Again, riveting content, right? Can you guess somebody's name? Holy fuck! Is this what we're doing? No wonder why Cat Diggler only had, what was it, 6 viewers at this point? Anyway,
I bet you're a fucking Brendan. Right,
No.
All right, well, that's fine. I'm not going to guess.
All right, let me guess. All right, no, hold on. Let me guess yours in. Oh no, I'm not freaking. Oh wait, no,
it's going to be tough, dude. I'm telling you.
How about Clearston? I don't know. I'm bullshitting at this point, dude. I have no idea.
and there you go. That's riveting content from the Shuley fans to Cat Diggler. And again, I will say, Luigi Greenberg, what are we doing? Putting this guy on the Dabbleverse dashboard, whatever the fuck this thing's called. And yes, I am aware it's Flimsy Greenberg, not Luigi. But, you know, if you're going to have people with the same fucking name, like, one of you have got to change it, right? And I know a lot of the people in the chat right now will say, well, Luigi Greenberg will have to change his name because Flimsy was here first. Battle it out. Anyway, let me try and move this along a little bit. Kim Nicholson did a live stream Monday, I believe. And it was a typical Kim Nicholson live stream. On Tuesday, I saw this. Now, hopefully everyone can see this. This is Kim apologizing for how bad her live stream was the night before. And as you can see there, she said that she was going to edit said live stream and repost it. Now, that never happened. I believe Kim's probably gotten lazy. However, because I'm autistic as fuck, I went and grabbed all the bits that Kim Nicholson would have cut out of her live stream to show everybody, because I assumed that's what Kim was going to do. But she didn't do it. So here we are, without further ado. Apologies, it's piss poor audio, but I tried to turn it up when irrelevant or irrelevant, whatever.
Hello. I don't have a live chat here. Okay, let's see. Hello? Make sure my settings are right. I apologize. This is still me learning and shit.
Now, you're going to say, Roachy, is that Kim living in an apartment block where she can hear her next door neighbors? No, you'd be incorrect. This is Kim listening back to her own live stream whilst live streaming with her mic not muted. So, again, right? I know Kim's using EasyMux. But for example, Stealth Chaos that was in the intro, he's using StreamYard. And right now, as I'm speaking, I can see there's 3 green dots lighting up, detecting that I'm speaking into my microphone. It's not rocket science. Yeah, you just got to trust the system you're using. We can hear you. Anyway, go on, Burn Victim. Tell us some more.
I am low. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay, the only other thing I can do is change to a different microphone.
Yeah, great idea, Kim. Right in the middle of a live stream, change your microphone. How about before you go live, figure out which mic is actually picking up your voice and use that one. By the way, I've cut this right the fuck down. There's a lot of this from this live stream. I encourage everyone to go and subscribe to Kim Nicholson on YouTube. It's a barrel of fucking laughs.
Let me. Why am I in and out? Yeah, Latanya Bauer is. Hey, look, we're all.
Maybe I should set this up a little bit better. Her live stream was about the live stream Karmic X did with Michael Ray Bauer 2 months ago, by the way. That was this week. Because apparently that's still relevant in the Dabbleverse today. Now, I'd understand if she did it today, because Michael Ray Bauer was on MLC yesterday and Karmic X was on Clowntown, and then she mixed those two together and then compared to the live stream with Karmic X. That would be great. However, she didn't, because again, for whatever reason, whoever planted this seed, you deserve a medal. Whoever told the burn victim anybody wanted to hear her opinion is amazing. And by the way, before I continue, I'm aware nobody should listen to me, blah, 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 all that shit. Anyway.
Sensitive, right? Who the fuck are you to talk about a woman's appearance? I'm 59 fucking years old. I don't know anybody any fucking hotness. And it's rough out here, right? Okay. So, by the way, the community college movie was 2009 and it has a 5 out of 10 on IMDb.
Now, I kept that in because I remember hearing Brennan talk about that movie with Michael Ray Bauer on MLC yesterday. So all you MLC fans over there, Kim Nicholson was on this already. But it's weird because the only reason why she's making reference to it is because Michael Ray Bauer was talking about it 2 months ago. And nobody picked up on it. And nobody cared. Why? Because it starred Bob Levy and fucking Gino Pasconte. Nobody cares about them. Apart from Brennan, of course.
So, you should be able to hear me now. I'm not muted. I can hear myself.
Now, what I love about this is Kim doesn't realize that the people she thinks are her friends in the chat are clearly fucking with her. But yet she is still going along with the act, obviously. Bearing in mind, this is probably about an hour and 40 minutes into her live stream. That was over 2 hours, by the way, for clarification.
Yeah, not sure. It's I don't really know what's. I go into these. Fuck. All right. See? Let me see. Okay. Well, let's keep going.
Wait, Kim, you literally just said, "Oh, people can't hear me. Let's keep going." Like, again, which one is it? Is it your microphone doesn't work, or it does, and you realise that the people you think are your friends are goofing on you? Holy shit!
Now. Hello? Hello?
Now, if that's not a Jake Hudson move, I don't know what the fuck is. What you just witnessed there was Kim Nicholson replying to herself saying hello. What are we doing? Why are we tolerating this, people? Why are we not running these people off? Anyway.
Hello? Okay.
I swear I have not done anything to this audio. Anybody can go right now and find this moment in a live stream. It's gold, right?
Okay. Hello? Can you hear me?
Again, it's really important to make sure everybody is aware that this is about an hour and 40 minutes into her live stream. She's already playing clips. And by the way, her reaction to clips, I'm aware I'm not really good at this today. Fuck it, whatever. Her reaction to the Karmic X and Michael Ray Barrow clips is to go, ha ha ha. And then after this, after she plays the clip, the only reason why she was playing this clip, by the way, is because Michael Ray Barrow said something about Keanu Thompson. And it was for her to say, hey, Keanu Thompson is this and that. It was hilarious. Yes, I put myself through this hell to watch Kim Nicholson for over 2 hours just to realize the one fucking spot. And the only reason why she was doing that is to talk about Keanu Thompson, right? So you guys don't have to. So please hit the like button. Anyway.
Hello? Oh my God, this is bullshit. Jesus. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. It got worse.
Right. Yeah, Kim, it did get worse because you were believing the person that told you you were muted, which you wasn't. So you were messing around with your microphone settings. Again, this is amateur shit, right?
I can't turn my mic up. I can't turn it up. Olive. Moniker. So, I'll talk louder. Mike, you're not going anywhere. You're part of the Dabbleverse now. And we need to get these two dudes back together. That's my opinion. I know Bauer has his haters, Karmic has his haters, but I think these two are great together.
There you go. You heard it. Kim Nicholson approves of Karmic X and Michael Ray Bauer. Like we needed Kim Nicholson's opinion on anything, right? Because I know this people watching and I get feedback and shit. I know everybody really doesn't like the Joey C shit. So I'll leave that for last. So, unfortunately, people have got their fingers upon Stealth Chaos, right? Which is fine, you know. It's almost as if the title of my show / stream. Sorry, why do I keep saying show? I hate this. I've got to get this out of my fucking head. This is not a show. This is a YouTube live stream. I've got to make this abundantly clear for everybody, right? Anybody in the Dabbleverse that says that they're doing a podcast or a show, they're fucking idiots. This is a YouTube live stream, right? We're all fucking boomers, yeah? We all have the capability of hit go live, and including me, by the way, all of us shouldn't fucking do it, yeah? We all should really take a look at ourselves and go, do I really need to be going live? Do I have something really important to fucking say? Yeah, because honestly, right now, 30 minutes into this, I'm starting to realize I've got fuck all to say. That being said, talking to somebody that's got fuck all to say, Stealth Chaos. So, he did a 10-hour live stream. And you saw in the intro, if you were here to watch it, that was the start of his show. He wanted to know whether anybody heard him and whether anybody was ready before he hit play on his intro, which is a play on a Clockwork Orange like thing that somebody did for him. Right? So I went, fuck this. I ain't watching the 10 hours of this shit, because I watched about a fucking hour of it when it first started live. Let me go halfway through and see what Stealth is doing. And to my surprise, it's pretty much what you think Stealth was doing. Here we go.
This isn't a good enough stream, and also we've been going for a long time and people are tired. So if I did a stream with Taz, I'd first of all, I'd promote it, and I would hopefully I would be better at streaming by then, and in November 2027, and hopefully I would promote it and I'd get as many people as possible to watch it.
So by November of 2027, Stealth Chaos is going to do a live stream with Taz. Taz is the mod for Pat Dixon, right? I go, okay, cool. And as you can see there, I obviously got excited because there's a Joey C comment. Let me try and make the screen full screen so I could see it. NJ Ranger, I don't get me started. How you doing, old friend? Right, okay. So that's relevant. But if you're not aware of Stealth Chaos, his live streams consist of him going live and reading through his chat. And at some point in this 5-hour mark, he finally catches up with the chat, which is crazy, right? It'll be like me just saying randomly like this, oh shit, let me spend 10 minutes on this comment from Easy123. Like, what's the fucking point? You're going to lose everybody immediately. Everybody will turn the fucking stream off. Like, you know, try and do a stream, try and say your point, get it over and done with, and move the fuck on.
I'm not just tagging her on just throwing her on at the end of a stream that people have got tired of watching already, and people are already like, anyway, YouTube sends a service. Joey, yeah, well, people are having a great time, and I endorse that. Mumbles hasn't been chatting much. It was a classic. Yeah, the MK stream, Mumbles was well, I think a few people.
So if people are not aware, right, this is it a start last year at some point? MKE was live streaming throughout the night, American time wise, and he just pissed off and went to sleep and left Stealth Chaos on his own for about 8 hours, right? And that was everybody, including mine, my introduction to Stealth Chaos. It was glorious. Stealth didn't know what to do. I think for 3 of those hours, he wanted to go for a piss, but didn't know whether he could leave and everyone stay. It was hilarious. Anyway, I don't know why that's relevant.
There. Well, I don't, nobody clipped it. Nobody clipped it, and MK buried it. There you go. Deep. Thanks, Sam. Thank you. Sam finally commending my streaming style and my knowledge of punk and post-punk. Thank you, Sam. That's very sweet of you.
Maybe it's a northern thing. I don't know. But I'm from the south of England, yeah. I don't think I would ever say to another, and I assume Sam Bibley's a man, right? Another man, that's very sweet of you to say that. I'm good. Like, fuck off. Grow up. You're a fucking bloke. Who cares what anybody says anyway?
Tommy from MySpace. Yes, goddamn, she's here, Tommy. Of course she's here. Taz is everywhere. Bloody hell. All right, so I'm at the front of the chat queue now. And
there you go. I got ahead of myself. But as you could see, probably about 5.5 hours into his live stream, he's finally caught up with the end of his chat, which, again, it's a weird fucking dynamic, right? If you're going to do that type of live stream, at least be somebody interesting. Like, I'm not, no offense, stuff. You're a British guy that moved to Japan for the age of consent. Like, I don't know about anybody else. I don't want to know what you're interested in. Because clearly you're interested in stuff that, you know, no normal person should be. But anyway.
I'm going to start doing it from Mumble Sam. All right, so now, boys and girls, if you chat now, there's a possibility that I'm gonna be able to read it, and you're gonna be able to hear it, okay? Instead of the stuff that was happening, like God knows,
Right. Okay. Do you know what? Fuck it, stuff. Do you know what? From now on, I'm going to copy the stealth chaos method of live stream. Hey, guess what? Chat, there's a possibility if you make a comment in this live chat that I might read it. But more likely is I'm just going to continue doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Yeah. And you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. How about that, stealth? How about that? That might actually work out better for you and then bring something interesting to the Dabbleverse. For example, stealth, how about you start covering people? Yeah. How about you say your whatnots and your opinions on certain people's stuff? Yeah. It's time to get a little bit fucking dirty, get a little bit muddy. Yeah. You like the Mud Shark, right? Why not take a leaf out of his book? Is that the right saying? I don't know.
2 hours ago. All right. So we're okay. Here we go. Mumble says Ultra Chaos. I like it. I like it. I just like it. It's like with oh, there's an all caps. Thanks, Taz, because I actually said that because I like all caps.
Right. Now I found this fascinating because anybody that actually really knows me pretty well will understand this. My vocabulary, there you go, I can't even say that word, right? It's extremely limited. But again, you know, I try and get past the best that I can. However, this is a Englishman that lives in Japan that knows 2 different languages. And what he's about to say with the idea of him typing in all caps, I thought was a cheap attempt at him to try and get away with what he's doing. I'll let him explain.
The reason I'm writing all caps is because I'm not like internet. I'm not literate for. I came into the internet so late, and I'm not computer savvy. I'm not tech savvy. I'm like a Luddite, and so for me, you guys see someone typing in all caps, and you know I know now that it means that they're very annoyed. But for me, it's just like all caps looks brilliant. Okay, now actually, what I want to do is run off.
Right. So before he continues, all caps look brilliant. So almost immediately, Stealth is inadvertently admitting that he wants to stand out from the crowd in a YouTube chat, which I found to be interesting because, again, I may have my moments when I'm watching Cardiff or Tukey where I just go in all caps because I go, well, maybe they might see this. Maybe this might be relevant. And whilst I'm doing that, by the way, I've got a voice in my head going, what the fuck are you doing? Are you a fucking idiot? Yeah. Look, there you go. Anyway, back to stuff.
My copy of Station to Station by David Bowie and show you how that's my favorite, most beautiful fonted, most beautifully designed album cover ever. And if you look at the back of it, you'll see that the font is all caps, run-on sentences. So if you think I'm annoying doing all caps everywhere, I would like to do all run-on sentences, meaning no gaps between the words. So that's why.
Right, so now he's changed his tack. It's not because it looks better. It's because he wants you to read it without any spaces. Do you know what, Stealth? You know you don't have to hit the space bar. You can actually do that when you're typing in a YouTube live chat. I mean, look, Big W almost tried it as I bring up the wrong fucking chat. There you go. But anyway, there you go. That's a bit of Stealth chaos. Again, I couldn't be asked to watch the full 10-hour fucking live stream. That's about as much as Stealth chaos as I can handle. And seeing I like to keep this tight down to an hour, we've got 20 minutes to goof on Joey C. Now, Joey had an interesting week. First off, on Wednesday, he had his cousin, I believe, on, which was weird because he had scheduled a live stream for his wife and what I thought was his sister or his daughter, right? It turns out it's his cousin, which he cancelled. And that show was called Cancelled, by the way, which is ironic. And Joey had this woman on. I was going to clip that, but I thought, fuck it. Let others do that. Joey did that, busting balls with Luda God, and then went on with Bob and Pat Dixon. And it was quite entertaining, quite funny. But if you're a Joey C watcher like myself, we'd seen this shit in 2023 when the Shooting Network made fucking Christina slap Joey for $20. You guys made Joey fucking measure his height, you know, whatever. But there is some clips from that show that I've got because I found it interesting. And I just want to point this out to one person in particular. Last week, Beef Tips, Bacon Bits, sorry, Beef Tips, Bacon Bits, the Canadian guy, you know, the guy that was crying over a fucking AI intro. Yeah, sorry. While I think of it, are we not like aware of this? Are we not like dabblers out there? Sorry, let me get his name fucking right. Bacon Bits is a guy who's a massive Shuley fan who cried over the creation of an AI intro. This is the Dabbleverse now. So I played a clip of him last week saying, "Hey, Roachy, I might need your help. I'm battling with Joey C." Okay. Bacon Bits, I know you watch, so please pay attention to this. Yeah, because again, anybody that knows me will tell you this. I will not blow smoke up my own ass, but this is the moment where I will. The day that you get to the level where Joey C's saying shit about you like this is the day you come and ask me for help, okay?
People in the Dabbleverse that you really, truthfully, don't like you, if you hung out with them, if you seen them in person, you would be angry. I've never seen anybody angry in person, really.
You know, hate's a strong word, so we won't go as I can't say. I don't try to hate anybody. Hate's a
So remember, Joey doesn't want to try and hate anybody. Bear that in mind.
very strong word.
True.
There's a lot of people I probably couldn't get along with if I was in the same room with, and as much as I might try to, I just don't think.
Right. I'm becoming Aaron M. Hall. Okay. Now, unfortunately, in the UK, you can't look up people's criminal records unless you're actually applying for it, unless you're an employee and shit. But please, look me up and you'll see I'm nothing like Aaron M. Hall. If I hit a bitch, she won't go to the old bill. Anyway, let me get back to this.
One of us would make it very uncomfortable, and that would be definitely Roachy, Dabble Story, and Ian Hawk. Those are the three guys. Ian Hawk, I'd probably kill him as soon as I saw him in the room. No doubt about that.
Really? You're saying you will kill him when you see him?
Yeah. If I ever saw him in the same room, yeah, I would definitely go. I'd go to prison for that. I would, yes.
Yeah, but you don't want to go to prison. I mean, the food is terrible. Right?
Now you won't help.
So there you go. Joey's making. This is your presidential candidate for 2028, by the way. He's making threats against somebody's life, and not mine, by the way, but somebody out there. But anyway.
No, I won't help. I won't help.
I helped him. You helped him so much already.
He
can't. Yeah, there's nothing left to help.
No.
You hear that, Roachy? You are number.
Right, so to clarify, I've zoomed in on Joey here, and unfortunately the super tips overlaying him. But I wanted to show again just Bacon Bits. Yeah, Bacon, please really pay attention to what Joey does here in a second. Once this super tip disappears and what he's doing, yeah, and I'm going to explain to you why this is extremely important to you.
One on my shit list. Yeah, always have. I'll knock you out of your smelly, smoke-riddled chair. Roachy, I will put my Catalano boot up your ass. You British cocksucker. Do you think the Queen? You don't want none. Yeah. Do you think the Queen had cobwebs between her twat when she was around?
Oh, come on. We don't kind of do that show here.
What are you trying?
There you go, Bacon Bits. You see that? Joey C now vapes. Bacon Bits. The Mogwai has now started smoking again. Now, I'm going to take partial credit for both of these actions, and in particular with Joey C now vaping. I've said this before, but to make this clear, Bacon, Joey C went and complained to somebody and claimed that I'm the reason why his deaf daughter moved out of house. Yeah. So once you're in a level of trolling and shit like that in the Dabbleverse, then come back and then maybe I can give you some advice. How about this? Why don't you ask your father whether you're allowed to use the family cell phone? Yeah. And hopefully then you'll believe that I'm not Vince, the lawyer, wearing a mask. Yeah. I'm just aware of what's happening, Bacon. Yeah. Remember, I have access to your Twitter account. Yeah. I knew you had a message before you even fucking knew it. Yeah. So again, that's just me giving some shit to Bacon and showing a little one or two little things there. Anyway, back to Joe.
Dude, man, you're making Echo Pineapple blush.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Roachy kind of gets you a little,
Not no more. He used to. I'll tell you, he used to. And once he told the world that he was a bigger fucking grifter than me and a little bigger piece of shit than me, I was at peace.
So that's a good thing if he.
So just to clarify, right? Whilst on a drunk stream with Ickle, which I want to remind everybody watching this, that Ickle wasn't drinking as much as he claimed he was, by the way, and he's admitted to that. So fuck you, Fruit, right? You bastard. Anyway, nevertheless, I believe he's doing a 24-hour and 1-minute live stream tomorrow. I don't know what time it starts, but it'll be on during the day. Go in there, give him shit. In fact, actually go in there and tell him to actually have a shandy or two. Maybe he'll drink this time. But yeah, Joey thinks because while I was drunk, I said, oh, we're even worse than fucking Joey C. That vindicates him, which is weird. Because if I was able to and give my brain a second, I'd try and think of the last thing that Joey said he was vindicated. Oh, that's right. The last time before we went to Hackamania, when I said we were grifters and shit. Joey, this is the second time you've done this. Again, if I'm worse than you for grifting, please, somebody in the chat, tell me how you can donate to me. Oh, that's right, Joseph. Nobody can give me money. Strange, though, isn't it? Anyway.
Still number one on your shit list.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to him to be friends with the guy, I just choose to stay away from guys like that.
He's from another country. It's not like
exactly. Yeah, but you know what? I becoming president, I'll be going to his country a lot.
I love this delusional thing that Joe's got, that he is actually convinced that he will become president. Joey, the weirdest thing about this is, at this point, nobody can stop you from that delusional mindset that you've got. Okay, then, Joey, let's go with the idea that you will become president. Trump just had the UFC have an event at the White House. Right? I don't think a wedding on the White House lawn is going to top that, Joey, because that's the only thing you're going to do. Or having a scrapyard in the back of the White House is going to really top having a UFC fighting event that was to commemorate 250 years that the US stopped making tea or some shit, aren't they?
You will.
Well, you never know. We go to we travel, we go places, I'll have to
go to see Roachy. You just use Air Force One and land next to his house, go kick his ass.
I think he should have a Air Force One. No, not a Bus Force One, where you just do like a bus tour.
Exactly. How about an RV? Just an RV. Just a nice big old RV.
Just 2 letters?
Yeah, 2 letters.
Now, I want everybody to remember this if you're going to stay with me while I watch the rest of this fucking clip. Joey said, what about an RV? Because to be clear, right, he did Busting Balls with Lou the God. That was 2 hours with his cousin. He then goes on with Bob and Pat. I think that stream was about 2 hours, but Joey was there for an hour and a half. Then he goes live later on that night on his own for over 2 hours. Now, again, Joey, with this whole grifting thing, am I a bigger grifter than you? Joey, please show me where I've been live, apart from the Tuesday drunk stream, which I didn't ask for anybody for money. I think I co-hosted with Ashley yesterday. I refused to take money off Ashley. Like, fuck me. Apart from that, and my own live stream today, which I try and keep down to an hour, I'm hardly around. Where you, sir, on Wednesday, was live for almost fucking 8 hours of the fucking day. Anyway.
I like to take Roachy and tie him to the fucking top of fucking Air Force One while we're flying at fucking...
Whatever you're into. You fucking lunatic.
Drag him.
You can't even get him in a helicopter, man. I don't think you're going to be able to do it.
Exactly.
Helicopter.
Exactly.
I want you to do a helicopter ride with me.
And Pat, you don't have to blow fucking Melton, right? You pay
Who's
him.
blowing Melton? What the fuck are you talking about?
Nobody's blowing Melton.
Listen.
And how many guys, because of the...
Right, so I kept that little piece in there of Joey then attacking Pat, because I think what Joey, in his mindset there, realised, oh, Pat had a funny line, yeah? Well, that's because Pat's a fucking comedian, Joey. No shock, right? Who knew he could be quick and witty? And then instead of you just going, oh, that's quite funny, and laughing along with that bit, you had to then pivot and say, stop sucking off Melton. And as you heard there, Pat and Bob said, who the fuck is sucking off Melton? Like, where's that come from? So again, with lack of comedic wit and shit, Joey just goes on the attack immediately. This is 12 minutes of Joey from that 2-hour show. And I swear to you, I have not moved edits around. This is all happening in real time, as in what Joe's about to talk about now is whether there's any black serial killers or not, right? He starts off with that. And this is the progress through this 2 hours, all right? Strap in, it's funny.
The wrong color. And because the cops just want to put somebody behind bars, they don't give a fuck. Oh, he was walking in that neighborhood, he's guilty. He killed her. He killed the white girl. It used to happen all the time to guys, man. That's why they're bitter. That's why they're bitter, because they have been on. And I'm not saying they got a lot of bad fucking guys that are bad. But let's take a look at all the serial killers. How many serial killers are black? How many?
Right. Joey's got a good point here, right? However, when is it the FBI, I think, changed the definition of a serial killer to if somebody's murdered more than one person, they become a serial killer. The most famous black serial killer would be O.J. Simpson, right?
Any black serial killers? I don't know too many of them. All white. All white. All white. Even the fucking woman, white. So it's got to stop, man. If you were taught to be prejudiced, not a good thing. I'm not going to give up on the politics, bro. I believe in it. It doesn't matter if the victory comes, man. It's what's going to come after it.
That's interesting, right? So I made reference to Joey's being delusional, thinking that he's actually going to become the president. It's even worse than that. In Joey's own words, it doesn't matter if he wins, it's what happens afterwards. So again, Joey C's already moving the goalposts, if you will, right? Which is hilarious.
If I could just sustain and complete this project, thank you, dear. Love you. If I could complete this project and get on the ballot, and I'm going to get on the ballot and be there for election day, and I just stay on top of the food chain with the media, I'm going to pivot to go home. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go back home to the place that I love, that I grew up at, and I'm going to run for mayor because it's wild. And I know that city better than anything. I got a lot of family there. And I'm going to restore Chicago back. Because you want to...
Right. Okay. So in Joey's mind, he's... Right, so I've not said this on my own streams, right? I don't think. Yeah. But if it's not abundantly clear, the only reason why Joey's running for office is because he can't run for local office because he's a convicted liar, right? He has a criminal record, yeah? Federal criminal record, yeah? So he can only run for the presidency. Joey thinks, whilst running for the presidency, he will get known enough that he can then tweet at people, which he's done a few years back, yeah? Donald Trump Jr., by the way, yeah? Just to refresh everybody's mind. Hi, congratulations, Mr. President. Can you talk to me? Because I need a pardon. Yeah, Joey, how about this? It's Donald Trump that's the president, not his fucking son, you retard, right? Joey made reference to a few months back that he was going to ask, is it DeSantis, the Florida fucking senator, for a pardon, right? Which is hilarious because you go, okay, why are you asking somebody for a pardon? Because Joey wants to be able to come back into the Dabbleverse and for me to say, hey, he's a convicted liar, and to Joey to say, that's not true anymore. Because Joey hates being called a convicted liar. That's the bottom line, right? So again, he's moving the goalposts instead of becoming, oh, I'm going to become president, shit like that. Oh no, it's all about, I will then be able to get pardoned and then become mayor of Chicago. Yeah. Joey, this is not a fucking Batman storyline. Yeah. This is not Gotham. You ain't fucking Batman and nobody's going to vote for you. Anyway, I'm rambling on too much.
I'm going to get in their neighbors. I'm going to talk with every gang leader there is. I'm going to go right to the, I'm going to lay the cards on the table. It's my fucking town. You ain't going to be dropping nobody in this town no more. You guys are going to have order. And if they don't, then you know what? I'm going to have my own personal police hit squad, and we ain't going to worry about the justice system.
So, Joe's own words, if he becomes mayor of Chicago, he's going to have a division of the old bill, the police, where they'll go and take these people out because they're not listening to what he says. This is hilarious to me for two reasons. One, at one point, Joey in his fantasies called me the Penguin, right? Now, if you know your Batman lore, the Penguin, wasn't he trying to corrupt the Gotham police, to do his own bidding and shit? Joey, you've just inadvertently become the Penguin in your own fucking mind. This is great.
And we're just going to drop them. Mistakes, they just don't talk about. You know what? There's 7 things that you should never do. And I don't remember all 7 right now because I've been up. But I know one of them is you're not supposed to tell what kind of money you make. It's a no. You should never tell that. Because if you do, you're weak in your position. And you should never show anybody what you're thinking. That's number 2. You should never show your anger to nobody. I can't do that. Not me. I let it out. I don't believe it. Because a lot of people that hold an anger as a time bomb. I got to get it out, man. It's like they say that a men's semen is really bad for a man inside. It's what is kept inside. A man has to release. If he don't, it makes him mentally fucking nuts.
So, that's interesting, right? Joey's little insight into his mind. He can't have anger built up inside him. He's got to release it. And then he equates that to semen. I mean, even Data at her old age is saying gross, I mean, I understand what Joey's trying to say. He's trying to say, look, pent up testosterone and anger and shit, probably ain't good for you, But nevertheless, this is Joey, like I said in the thumbnail, right? He's either back on drugs or he's fucking nuts, and I think he's back on drugs.
It's a fact. Here's the thing I learned. Even the best trolls on the internet, they all make mistakes. If you be patient and sit back, the fighting part with them is the entertaining part. But if you sit back and just watch, they make mistakes more than they know. They do. You'll catch them every time.
Right, okay then, Joe. Name one mistake that a troll, and I'm going to name one troll that's fucking with you currently right now. The Catalano network guy. What mistake did that person make? Because you're convinced that you've doxed that person's name. Is it that person's name? Anyway.
Now, a lot of people say that I'm just a straight up. Listen to me. You can believe whatever you want to believe what's been concocted about me. Yes, I'm guilty of lying. Yes, I'm a convicted liar. Yes, I've done a lot of drugs. I've never shied about anything I did wrong. Yeah, I used to be a piece of shit, write checks and bad.
Wait. You've never shied from anything you've done wrong? Joey, you've infamously said, after a year about lying about the coma, you were man enough to admit to Basepill on your own live stream that you lied about that. Isn't that strange? But yeah, you've always been up in front and honest about shit. It's bizarre. It's weird, Joe. It's almost as if, again, you've got an autistic roach that pays attention to your shit and is willing to call you out every time that you're fucking lying. And you're lying again to your audience there. You miraculously come out of this fake coma, which got called out by Vinnie Paulino and Cardiff Electric immediately, by the way, because your wife, or you, sent them a stock photo of an ambulance, by the way, which they were able to trace back to a website, right? Yeah. They knew immediately. You miraculously come out this coma on a Wednesday when you got monetized on YouTube and had to go live straight away. Why is that? Oh, not because you're Joey C and you're John's favorite co-host of all time. No. It's because you're here for money. But yeah, I'm a worse grifter than you. Strange.
I've done a lot of bad shit. Do you know what? I'm not the worst of the worst. I can do that without having to go through the chain of command. And if I know, if they intel, because I believe strongly they know exactly where all those kids are.
Right, okay, to give you a little bit of context, Joe's rambling on. He's talking about, I've not heard this story over here in the UK, but there's a certain amount of missing kids in the States. And Joey's got it in his head that the government in America know where these kids are and how many there are. Now, what's great with Joey and what's great with me is we've both got the similar sort of thing, being lack of education, right? And with that comes the stupidity that you've got, and I've got this too, where you might read something and you believe it's true, but you've misinterpreted what you've read, yeah, or you've misheard what you think you've heard, and then you go around and repeat that, and then you look like a fool. But if you've got good enough friends, they won't call you out on it; they'll just let you slide. However, what Joey's about to say next, I implore any of you Americans, if you know this storyline that he's talking about, to try and find exactly where Joey has seen a clip of kids being interviewed that had gone missing, saying these words.
No, they're saying there's always a process because you got a lot of red tape. Fuck the red tape. Why are you letting the kids still getting down there? All these, you know where they're at.
Here we go.
The 178,000 kids they rescued, they said they interviewed all those kids. Those kids said they were raped over 600 times a week, each kid.
Right. So, there has to be an article out there somewhere or a YouTube video out there somewhere where somebody makes reference to these kids being interviewed and talking about graping, right? And Joey claims that he's heard these kids saying that they got raped over, did he say 60 or 600 times or whatever? The fuck? That's crazy, right? Anyway, back to Joey.
My neighborhood was rough. But you know what's up? Those wise guys, you didn't come in that fucking neighborhood to hurt anybody. Kids could walk down. I walk down the street 12 o'clock midnight. I worked all the time. They always hustle doing something. No one fuck with me. They knew better. They knew that to come. No stranger would come in our neighborhood and fuck with us. I grew up 2 blocks in my early years from John Wayne Gacy. And he was our precinct captain. I lived at 8519 Summerdale. He lived at, I think, at 82 or 8300 blocks. It was 2 or 3 blocks down the road.
Forgive me, I might be getting this wrong. Wasn't John Wayne Gacy the gay serial killer? Can somebody let me know if I'm wrong? I'm wrong, but if that's the case, like in the 60s, in the 50s, wasn't there still segregation in Chicago? As in, like, yeah, if you're a certain type of person, you can only live over here or whatever. In which case, did Joey grow up in the gay neighborhood? Did they make the gays live there, and that's why Joey lived there? Anyway, I thought it was funny.
He was he says he didn't do nothing wrong. The day he got executed, he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. No, he didn't do nothing wrong. Ted Bundy, look at him. Fucking educated guy. Comes from a rich family.
Right. What I love about this is Ted Bundy might be the most, like, analyzed serial killer of all time, right? And again, Joey's high, just rambling on. And what Joe's about to say, I think is quite telling for Joey as a person rather than the alleged goings-ons of Ted Bundy.
You know what happened to him? He wasn't a killer, a serial killer right off the bat. He was at a sex party. And it was a dominant party. And it was a strangulation party. And he went too far by accident. And he accidentally killed the person he was with. But he said the adrenaline high was so fucking good.
So, before Joey continues, I'm going to say this now, right? Because I know Joey will have to react to it. I'm going to make the assumption, whilst Joey is high and whilst Joey has shown on his own streams that Lou shows up, goes round to his house every day, and Lou, while Joey's live, Lou will disappear with the Mogwai. I'm going to say now that Joey is fantasizing about having sex parties with Lou the God, his wife the Mogwai, and obviously, you know, doing some strangulation on either Lou or his wife, whoever he's on top of, I assume.
He never, ever got off like that. Ever. Never in his lifetime. And he chased that the rest of his life until he got caught. Because you know what? It's like smoking crack. You'll never get that first hit again.
Now, that's the line why I'm making the assumption that Joey's having fantasies about having sex parties and maybe strangling somebody, because he related it back to doing drugs, which again, I'm saying Joey is back on drugs right now.
but then they become impotent. All drugs make you impotent. Eventually, you ain't gonna be able to perform. Drugs don't always work. Viagra, there's guys that think Viagra don't always work for people. A lot more people say they don't even get Viagra, don't even help them. It makes it worse. And if a man can't defend his family, I'm telling you, never be afraid. I don't care if you never fought in your life.
So there, you notice there was an edit there, but again, I've not like misplaced anything. This is gone on time. I've cut off when Joey's talking to chatters, or Joey's just rambling on about shit, or whether the Mogwai you can hear in the background. So I'll let Joey talk.
You got to be able to step on the plate if it ever happens, because it could happen to anybody. You never know when someone's going to come through that door. And if you can't, if you run and hide and just watch your family get slaughtered, you might as well just go kill yourself, because you're useless the rest of you're going to be dead the rest of yourself anyhow.
So, in Joey's own words, if you as a man with your family and there's a home invasion happens and you don't stand up and defend your wife and kids and they unfortunately pass away, you might as well call it a day yourself, because you won't ever feel complete again, right? Which is fine. I hold that similar sort of mindset. But I want to remind everybody that Stabby C was currently stabbing the shit out of Christina. And what did Joey do? Joey claims that he pulled her off and then Stabby C started stabbing him. But yeah, if you pay attention to Joey's war wounds, yeah, the cuts in his arm here, the one in his chest there, that's not like you've got in front of somebody to defend your wife or that you've pulled somebody off. I'm going to make the assumption that maybe, just maybe, Joseph, that you saw what had happened to Christina and you went, holy shit, I'm right-handed. How else would I make it look like my daughter's attacked me too? Anyway, back to Joey.
Let me tell you something. I'll die for all the Mexicans. They're great people. They come here and they work hard for us, and they want to deport. Give all the hardworking Mexicans. Let them be American citizens. They come here. They don't bother nobody. They work. I'm talking about the Mexican cartels, the ones that just don't care, to ruthless. But the Americans that come to, if it wasn't for the Mexicans that come over to work for these restaurants and work and do jobs that white people don't want to do because they're just fucking think they're too good for it, was it for those great Mexican people that come over here that can barely speak English? What do? They like to have their cerveza. I used to take a lot of them in the car.
Right. Now, this is an interesting tale, right? Joey said, I used to take a lot of them in the car. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Joey used to run a taxi company, right? And Joey has said on multiple occasions, whilst running this taxi company, he was high on meth. In fact, this is around about the time period he met the Mogwai, who was selling him said meth, right? Pay attention to what he says that the Mexican guys would say to him.
My cab. And then Friday get, whoa, cerveza. They want to get a senorita. Where are all the hookers at? They want to get their 12-pack of beer, send their money home to their families, and get a little hooker, and that's it.
Now, if you're autistic as fuck like me, and you want to look up people's dirt sheets, if you will, for lack of a better word, hopefully so, Skull, hopefully so, you will see that some people in the Dabbleverse have arrest records for prostitution. Now, I'm not saying that the Mogwai has one. I'm just saying go and have a look at. And I'm making the assumption that Joey's talking about these Mexicans in his cabs saying to him, hey, look, do you know any hookers? And Joey's like, the Mogwai's here. Anyway.
They're laughing at Donald Trump right now. What a fucking idiot. In our great country with the First Amendment, we can tell the president, go fuck off, suck my dick, whatever you want. That's your right. They can't do shit to you for that. You can't put your hands on them, but you can call them every name in the book, every cocksucker you want. I just want to be real. I want to be up at the podium and talk real. I don't want to...
Right, okay. So, Joey, in your own words then, right? You're going to go up on I assume you guys call it a debate, right? When you get like president candidates together. And you're going to hopefully get to the stage where you can actually run against Trump right? But I don't think Trump will run again anyway. And in your own words, you're going to be able to call him any name under the book and nothing will happen, right? Ain't these debates normally televised? And in which case, I assume that the candidates are normally told to mind their language. Yeah, anyway.
Give no phony tight ass speech. And blacks get a bad rep in prison because they are animals in there. I'm not putting them down, they are.
Here we go. This is your presidential candidate, right? Black people get a bad rap in prison because they are animals in prison. Now, I know a lot of you are leaving, but those that are staying, please really pay a fucking attention to what he's about to say next, because I couldn't fucking believe my luck. Ready for this?
You wouldn't believe the shit they do in there. They're sick. They fuck each other. That's how sick they are. You don't see white guys that are fucking each other. And I'm not trying to say, but that's what they do. And they wonder why they got a reputation.
So your candidate for 2028, Joseph Samuel Catalano III, is saying that black people fuck other men in prison and white people don't. Now, unfortunately, I was late to the game to an HBO series called Oz. And I was only told that this is a prison show. So I start watching said show. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I'm extremely homophobic. It's not a fucking gimmick, it's true, right? So I'm watching this show and I'm getting angrier and angrier at the amount of fucking gay sex in this show. But from what I can understand from this show, and again, I know it's TV, it's not reality, yeah? Every colour and creed were fucking each other. But yet, in Joey's words, and bearing in mind, Joey's only been to a state prison. Not a... Sorry, is it a state prison? I forget what it is. Basically, a half house, not a real fucking jail, right? But in Joey's mind, only the black people were fucking each other. Anyway, back to Joey. We're running long.
Got nothing to do with being prejudiced. Have some self-dignity. If you get caught, someone walks past your show and you get the wide open, you're fucking somebody, they beat your fucking head in. Where are we winning? So you gotta fight fire with fire. That's what this country needs. We gotta build the trust back first. The government's gotta be rebuilt from the ground up. You don't gotta change the Constitution. You ain't gotta take our budgets. We got plenty of money. Budgets all gotta be just done right away to fix things. There should be no homeless people in the United States. There should be no way fucking Somalians come in and take over San Francisco and got a 5-block radius where everybody's afraid to walk and took over all the business.
So in Joey's own words, right? America, a country that's founded on immigration, right? Yeah? Suppress people who couldn't preach or practice their own faith, leave to a new land where they can do what they want rather than being held under the British rule. Yeah. Joey's now saying, hey, you Somalis that want to do the same thing. Yeah. The land of the free. Fuck you. You ain't coming. That shouldn't happen. Again, I know I'm a hippie, right? I know I'm an English citizen. I know I have no say in the matter of American politics, whatever. But I'd like to think that America wouldn't want to vote in somebody that wouldn't let people in because of the colour of their skin. But yet, Joseph Samuel Catalano III, by the way, just for clarification, Joey, just in case you get any wild ideas. This is your candidate, and he seems, to me, not to like people of colour. This is strange, right? Why would that be? When clearly his wife, affectionately known as the Mogwai, seems to love full-on Newports. Fuck me, I can't even speak. There you go.
Fact of life. That's true facts. I'm giving you some life lessons here. And I don't know everything, but I'm fucking common sense enough to know that this world ain't perfect. And you can't beat them if you play pity-patty with them. If you try to follow every fucking rule and regulations. But I know a lot of guys that high up in the food chain that were big mafia wigs. that were presented to kill a president, they wouldn't do it. Are you
right? Okay, so there was an edit there, right? Again, it's all in time. Just cut shit out, right? It's all in the same time order, yeah. Like I haven't put this in, and it happened earlier, all that shit. So Joey's just claimed that he knows mobsters that were asked to kill Kennedy, and they refused to do so. No, Joseph. Tell people what you really mean, yeah? You, like me, and like everybody else, have watched either a podcast, a movie, or a TV show where former mobsters have said they knew a guy, or they knew a guy through a guy that was asked to whack the president, and they refused to do so. Yeah, that's what you should say. But you claim to know them. Why? Because you're high on fucking drugs.
me? I'm not killing the president of the United States. They wouldn't do it. That's one thing they wouldn't do. But there always going to be someone out there who's going to take the contract. And people, you can't beat them. You can't beat anybody if you fucking stand up to them. He said, I've never seen anybody that was an independent that release race.
Right, this is really important. So Joey's talking about, and I cut this part out. He spoke to somebody that helped. He made reference to it before, and I played it a few weeks ago. He spoke to somebody that was helping out with Obama and his campaign, his presidential run. And this guy's giving Joey advice. And Joey claims that this guy said that he's never seen an independent candidate that hasn't hit this figure.
Couple 100,000. You'll be all right. You got it. You get the fire, and you really care. And if you stay in all the way, he thinks feasibly $3 million will come easy. It will. $3 million is nothing. You need none of that stuff.
Right. Okay. So in Joey's own words, $3 million will come to his campaign easily. Okay. $3 million Joey claims that he will raise for his campaign. Today is the 12th of July. Right? All you autistics out there, write it down or whatever, or keep it in your head. Yeah. And remember, when 2028 comes, and if Joey is still with us, how much money would he have raised by then? Because I'm putting my fucking life on it. Joey isn't going to make $1 million, let alone $3 million. Anyway.
Money could go back into the campaign the right way. I don't need to go on fancy flights. I stayed at every fancy hotel in baseball. I've flown on all the biggest planes. I don't care.
Remember the RV line from Bob Levy? And Joey said that's a great idea. Yeah. It's not like Joey has been spamming almost every dabbler that he has the phone number of with the same text message. And it's not like Joey posted that on his community posts, the same thing about getting donations. It's not as if Joey's already told Bob this idea for this RV. Joey's about to say it now. And the grift starts.
Care about that. I want a little fucking broke down fucking RV that's going to get me and pump me across the country. I'm going to put all my face all over the outside. Independent candidate for president. I'm going to clean it up on the inside. I'm going to do all the cooking myself. I love to cook. And I'm going to travel for one straight year. I'm not coming home. When I leave, once I get Florida.
Right. You hear that, right? For a whole year, Joey's going to travel the country. He's never coming back home for a whole year. One whole year. That's 365 days, right, Joey?
Done. I get in that RV and I'm going to every fucking state, and I'm gonna freaking go to small town community farmers. I'm gonna go to the Southern Baptist churches. I'm gonna go to old folks home, and I'm gonna do old fashioned grassroots. If you shake a senior citizen hand and show them just a time of the day that you want to listen to them, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna learn. I'm not asking for nobody to vote for me. I'm asking for people to just follow me, help me with the campaign. If you could go out and get signatures when it comes time, volunteer.
So, in Joe's own words, I'm not asking you to vote for me, but what I'm asking for you to do is, if you've got time, yeah, and you're able to, can you campaign for me? Isn't that the same as asking for somebody to vote for you? Why would somebody spend their time and effort into campaigning for you if they're not going to vote for you, Joey? This is weird.
If you can make phone calls, tell me I'm good on the phone. I'll make phone calls. Call companies up. to get donations. Get these fucking big paper companies to send me reams of paper.
Right, that's interesting, right? When I first heard that, again, I didn't watch this live. I went back the next day and watched it. When I first heard this line, I started laughing because when Joey did the second wedding, right? Because there was 2 weddings that Joey has put out. The second wedding was inside the apartment above the abandoned Chuck E. Cheese, right? And in that video, you see 2 printers in the background. Now, Joey's been using these printers for loads of stuff. It's weird. It's almost as if Joey, if everybody remembers their Joey Sealaw, back when he was bitching and moaning that allegedly the Catalano network guy went and put posters of him outside this abandoned Chuck E. Cheese, but yet Joey's the guy with the printer printing off posters and shit. And Joey's about to say he needs this paper to make, are you ready? What every presidential candidate needs, bumper fucking stickers.
The paper that I need to make bumper stickers. That's what I need. People that are good on the phone that can call. Nothing's gonna go to waste. It's all gonna go to campaign. You get my fucking word. As long as I listen to my doctor, I don't overuse my medication. Let me tell you something. I still got I got my last half a bottle of last month. I don't take Adderall every day.
Joey's own words. He doesn't take Adderall every day. Now, again, I don't know anybody on Adderall, but I assume this may be the side effect, but also I don't think Adderall does this, which is you can go live and continue talking for over 2 hours after you've already been live for over 4 hours already in a day. This is mental.
I do need it because I do have where I can't focus enough. I have what's that called? ADD or whatever it's called. I've had it all my life. An incident in the car when I wouldn't pay the $40.
Right. So Joey claims that he's had ADHD all his life, which is fine, whatever. I don't believe in putting people in fucking boxes. Whatever. This is hilarious to me because when this happened in real time, I was calling it out immediately. And this was this back in May, maybe? I think it was back in May, right? When Joey went to his local CBS, parked in the car park, lost his ticket and bitched and moaned over was it $40 or $60 charge for losing your ticket? Right? Joey's about to admit that he knew he was in the wrong. So when Joey earlier in this clip claimed that he's always been upright in front, no, it turns out that Joey takes a few months before he tells the truth. Or in the case of Tacoma, over a fucking year.
Because I lost my ticket. I did right. You give in to them corporate piece of shits, they win. It wasn't about the $40. I had the money in my pocket.
There you go. So for those that were donating to him when he live streamed that day, he had the money in his pocket. And if I weren't so fucking lazy today, I would have gone back and got that clip to show you when he said, hey guys, can you donate so I can get out this car park? Again, Joseph, Samuel Catalano III, I ask you again, who's the worst grifter? Me or you?
I didn't want to give in to them for fucking 3 minutes. I love kids, so I don't care about any of my success. You never hear me talk about anything I'm successful in. And I have been successful.
Okay, so now you're going to say, Roachy, why did you pause it there? Because that is a sentence from almost every single Shuley fan out there. I love kids, and yes, I've been successful. Watch that become a Shuley Network show coming soon when ISO gets released and comes back to the Shuley family, right?
I don't talk about that because that's just bragging. The fucking government just do what they want and then penalize us. That's not what democracy's about. That's not what it's about. We don't give them power. It's our country, not the 2 parties. As soon as I get fully pardoned on everything and I get back to being a normal citizen.
As soon as I get fully pardoned. So again, in this in this clip, you've already heard Joey admit that he wants to become the mayor of Chicago. He says the actual true thing here. Once I get pardoned, this is his ultimate goal, to get pardoned, he will become mayor of Chicago.
Where I got nothing hanging over my head, and I don't make it to the presidency, I'm going home and I'm going to fix my city. My city's in desperate trouble. The greatest city in the world. And it's easy. I know those streets. I know how to deal with those gangbangers. I've given more fucking real filled content than most of you people. I make real content. I do.
Right, okay, Joey. In the last 2 months, you've done nothing in regards to real content. And I know your mindset is, well, walk and talks and stuff, that's real content. You haven't done a walk and talk in fucking forever. Anyway.
Not these rich socialite fucking faggots that want to rape little boys and their fucking Ivy League fucking education that sit up there and lie their fucking ass with their phony asses. That's not what the party was built. That's not what this country was built on. $1. You could go as low as a fucking dollar.
I cut it out. I've been told that Joey's on with Husey right now. I'm sure he'll give you the website that you can donate to his campaign for as little as $1, right? And this is where that RV thing comes in, right? Because Joey wants, bear in mind, this is about 3 o'clock in the morning his time, right, when he's live. Joey thinks for some reason the 20 odd people in his live stream chat are going to donate money.
I want to see 300, 500 people tonight. See 500 people that can send a fucking dollar to that campaign. So tomorrow I can go put a down payment on a camper and get that ready to go for the road.
So, if you're not aware, Joey claims that he's still got Deadfall's money and Dr. Steve's money for storage pools, right? Which Joey has said, fair play to him, that he's not going to touch unless he buys another storage unit. So, Joey, what you could do, theoretically, is use that money for a down payment for an old RV and then set up a GoFundMe, fucking whatever the fuck, to get that money back and reimbursed. Because you could actually then show your audience, look, I have the vehicle already, but can you guys now give me that money back to prove that this is what I'm going to do, so I can actually tour the country and do my campaign? You would come across a little bit better, I think. I don't know whether that's true or not. But by the way, that news hasn't hit me over here in the UK. I've only seen Americans talk about it. It's strange, though, isn't it?
Please, I'm asking you. I'm not grifting here. I'm asking you. If I make any type of sense to you and you see the fight in me, please donate as little as $1. If I get 500 people tonight, 500 people tomorrow, and start building a thing, we're going to be okay. You got the right man to help to fight for you. What time is it? It's already 4. I won't be in bed till about 7 o'clock. I'll sleep till about. If I go to bed 7, I'll sleep till about 11, and I'll be up. And I got a big day tomorrow. So I got a 1 o'clock with a 1 o'clock, a 2:30, and a 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to talk about 5, 6 minutes.
Right. If you're not clear of what Joey's saying, he said that he's got 3 appointments coming up, and he's going to talk. Joey has arranged it so he can go and speak to elderly people about his presidential campaign. So if any of you dabblers that are in the chat right now, if you live in Florida and you have an elderly family member in a care home, I implore you, take that elderly member out of the care home, or at least warn them that you've got a convicted liar trying to go around trying to bore these elderly people with his politics. How fucking insensitive is he? These people are in a fucking care home. They're towards the end of their life, yeah? In their last fucking days, they've got to listen to Joey C talk about how injustice has been done. Fuck.
They could allow me to come there. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I told them I just want to introduce myself. I'm an independent candidate. I want to just sit down with them, shake their hand, and hear the vote. Old people love that. They will fucking vote for you just because I took the time to fucking just go shake their hand and introduce myself. I'm going to do some next week. I'm going to do some city council stuff. It's good practice going up against them people. They're morons. They really are.
There you go. that was the clip that I sent to Rocco. If anybody watched Rocco with Brian Landon yesterday, which Rocco didn't get the chance to get to. But I thought Rocco would have thoroughly enjoyed that. Joey clearly on drugs talking about nonsense. I've gone 30 minutes way over my time. I appreciate everybody here watching. I really do. If England beat Argentina on Wednesday, which won't happen, there won't be a live stream from me next Sunday because I'll be too busy crying because either Spain or France have beaten England in the World Cup final. So I appreciate everybody watching. Now, please enjoy God Save the King.